going to take you to one happy island as we continue getting ready for the Daytrips and Destinations Expo. This morning, our good friend Forrest Kramer joins us again. He comes back every year to talk about one thing and one thing only because he knows as much about Aruba as anybody you're going to meet. And one happy island, I know, I built you up, but we've done this interview 5 years in a row. We always wind up talking about it. I was saying before, it's my mother-in-law, Claire Lawrence, one of her favorite places in the world. It's just, it seems like there's a little something for everybody in a very small package there in Aruba, doesn't it?
I kind of like your mother-in-law already.
Yeah, right. She's your type of lady.
Yeah. Very good.
What can people expect? I mean, the one happy island sounds like it's a bit more than a slogan, I guess. Yeah.
It really is, because one of the biggest assets that Aruba has, other than beaches and all kinds of good stuff, is the people. You'll find them smiling, friendly, helpful. United Nations committee, whichever one does that, termed it as one of the safest islands in the Caribbean. So it's easy to walk about and shop and do that kind of thing and enjoy.
Talk about its location and how that impacts the weather. You know, what kind of island Aruba is.
Aruba is far south. It's just off the coast of Colombia and Venezuela, about 15 miles off the coast. And it being in that destination, we're below the hurricane belt, so we don't get hurricanes.
Huge.
Average temperature is 82 degrees year-round.
Awesome.
Maybe we get 19, 20 inches of rain a year.
Yeah.
Sometimes it seems like it comes the same day, but that's another story.
That's all right. I mean,
it's just very comfortable. It's more of a desert island.
Yeah.
Along the Palm Beach and Eagle Beach, where all the properties are, it's all landscape, so it's very tropical. You get out in the country, it's rocks and boulders and cactus, and that's an interesting scenery as well too.
Okay, now I'm a beach bum, so you've already sold me. What about people who are a little bit more active? What can you do there?
Well, let's see, where can we start? We can go snorkeling.
Yep.
Catamaran ride out to an old German freighter that was sunk in World War II by the captain.
Yeah.
Didn't want it captured.
Yeah.
That's the snorkeling. How about going 100 feet underwater?
Ears would pop, but yeah, all right, I'm on board.
No, you're in a submarine. You're going to be in a submarine.
Okay, good.
With glass windows, you can see out and all that.
Sure.
We've got little things like the Cuckoo Kanuku bus.
Okay.
Which is kind of a graffiti-laden bus with the windows open, you honk horns and make noise. It's a bar hopping trip.
All right. Oh, speaking of, before we go too far, how about the food and the nightlife?
Food and nightlife is excellent. We've got about 200 different restaurants just in the Palm and Eagle Beach area. They range in price from moderate to expensive, just like they would here.
Yeah.
And some of it is just local food, some of it is more continental. So it's a foodie paradise, really.
Oh, wonderful. You know, we were talking a little bit before about all-inclusive resorts and sort of the benefits about that. What does Aruba offer as far as all-inclusive?
Well, we have about 6 properties that are dedicated all-inclusive.
Yeah.
Many of the other larger properties will have an inclusive program, so it's not necessarily dedicated all-inclusive, but they do have an all-inclusive.
Okay.
That gives you the drinks and the meal, and people like it because they can drink themselves silly and have a great time.
Well, yeah. I don't advise you drink yourself silly, especially when it's hot out there, but having a good time is good. You were mentioning there's at least one hotel that's one of the top 10 in the world. I believe a beach that's on
it's on Eagle Beach, which was number in the top 23 in the Caribbean, and that's Bakuti.
Okay.
Bakuti is a delightful property. It's the original property is Bakuti, and then there's Terra Suites, which is a little more upscale. It is, I think it gets its reputation not only because of the physical plant, but the way they treat their clients, their guests. And that's just, they pay total attention to them. Little things like they no longer do weddings on the beach because the other clients were complaining it's too noisy. We'll renew your vows, but no weddings, okay?
That's nice.
Yeah.
Have, maybe 30 more seconds or so. Try to give us a couple signature experiences. Maybe you can sort of ring a bell right in somebody's head to say, that's it, that's the place I got to go.
Well, there's Conchi, which is basically it's a little pool on the north part of Aruba, which it's too rough to swim in, but that little part is protected by the reefs, and you can just dive in, and it's out in the middle of nowhere. It's on Aracock National Park.
Okay.
A lot of about a third of the country is a national park. Beach, fantastic. We've got 11 different casinos, so if you like to gamble, we've got that.
Yeah.
Tons of shops. And if you're not all-inclusive, we've got about 200 different restaurants you can go out and enjoy. So there's a lot to do. Jeep safari takes you all along the coast, takes you out to the natural bridge that fell down about a year ago.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I remember we were talking about that. Yeah, I'd see there's a lot. I can see why my mother-in-law likes it. He could go on for another half an hour. Unfortunately, we're out of time, Forrest.
Oh, well.
Thank you.
That's
Good
what we
to
do.
have you. This is
Tim,
what you
thank
do.
you very much. Appreciate seeing you again, and appreciate your having me on.
The enthusiasm. We have them on every year, just like we do the Day Trips and Destinations Travel and Family Fun Expo every year. Remember, it's happening this coming Saturday on May 6th, right there at the AquaTurf Club in the Plantsville section of Southington. You can learn a lot more about Aruba there. Forrest,
I'll be there.
Thank you so much.